Hey folks, we are two Indy travelers and we are standing right in front of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the greatest spectacle in racing.
Yes, it is. Folks, the biggest race in the world, worldwide. It is global. We have people that come from all parts of the world to see this race. I believe it is the largest one-day event ever.
Yeah.
Ever. So what we're going to do is today we're going to take you around Indianapolis because, again, this is what we call the calm before the storm, because in a couple of weeks, in fact, next weekend, things will really start to heat up here in Indy. We'll have a lot of folks coming in. The teams will begin prepping their cars, getting ready for the big race.
So excited. Time
trials, all those things begin. But today what we're going to do is we're going to take you around Main Street Speedway. We're going to show you some great spots to eat, maybe get a cup of coffee, something like that. And I think we're going to take you downtown, show you how the festivities have already started and how they're getting things kicked off. And I don't know, maybe we'll stop somewhere and have a little wine tasting.
That's the best idea today.
All right.
Let's do that.
So we'll probably stop by the Easley Wine Company, or vineyard, if you will. They actually make wine downtown Indianapolis. Pretty interesting story. They've been there since 1974. The building that they run their operation out of used to be an ice cream dang it. Ice cream factory. That's what it used to be.
Do the blooper reel.
Yeah. No bloopers, folks. We let it all just go. But anyway, get ready. Buckle up, buckle in.
Let the fun begin.
And we're keeping that blooper roll. Forget it. You know what?
We own it.
I'm okay to make a mistake. It's all right. Let's go, folks. All right, folks, here's a view of the exterior of the track, and then also Gate 1. Here in a moment, we're going to drive by one of the turns at the Indy 500, and we're coming up on it, as you can see here. Now, what is fascinating is that the track is a 2.5 mile oval, and so that's a pretty substantial size. But here's what's even more impressive is that on race day, they'll have about 350,000 people inside the track itself watching this magnificent race, not to mention the number of people that are viewing it on television. But again, this is the greatest spectacle in racing. Again, probably one of the older races in history as well. I believe the first race was ran in 1911. Now, keep this in context. In 1911, the cars were running about 75 miles per hour, which, gosh, folks, we're doing that on the highways within our cities now, right? But fast forward, and today, those Indy race cars do about 245 miles per hour. So it gives you a real perspective of just how talented those drivers truly are. And here we are cruising down Main Street Speedway here at street level. As you can see, there's a number of shops, different things to do, a lot of little eateries. They also have some really good microbrew areas if you want to sit down and maybe have a craft beer or something like that. Again, a lot of history here in Indianapolis. Take a look at those murals on the wall. Again, showcasing everything that Indianapolis is about and what we're most known for, and that's racing, folks. Again, Indianapolis, home of the Indy 500. And here we are at the cross section of 15th and Main. Heard there's a really great little place here, Dawson's on Main. Folks, I don't know about you, but I'm hungry. Vicki, let's go have a bite to eat. Folks, we're here at Dawson's on Main, getting ready to have lunch. Everything just looks outstanding. We're not ones to sit here and eat on camera, so we're not going to do that.
No.
But we will show you just how delicious everything looks. Again, we're in the heart of Speedway, Indiana. First weekend of May. We like to call that the calm before the storm, because next weekend things really start to stack up around here. We get a lot of people coming in.
And earlier today was the mini marathon. We should probably mention that. They came through, but you know, we avoided all the traffic.
Yeah.
So it came a little bit later here in the day.
And we also avoided the marathon because we don't like to run, okay?
Can you tell?
And so at any rate, we're going to walk around Speedway, Indiana, right in the heart of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Again, the biggest spectacle of racing, because this is the calm before the storm. Ooh, order up. Holy moly, look at that. Man, oh man. Now, here a couple of weeks ago at Buc-ee's, we had Texas barbecue. Today, I've got Indiana pork. And that barbecue pork sandwich looks delicious, folks. Let's see what Vicky has. Oh, she's always a sensible one. She got a salad. She's already dug into that thing.
It's
oh my
so
gosh.
good.
She acts like she didn't have breakfast today or something. But no, that looks delicious, folks.
It is.
So if you're in Speedway, come to Dawson's on Main. The food is wonderful. And folks, when you are in Speedway, Indiana on Main Street, you might want to check out Founders Grounds Coffee Company. Excellent cup of coffee. They do a nice job there. They actually get roasted beans, or beans that are roasted here locally, and they grind everything up, and so the coffee is just absolutely delicious. So if you like a good cup of joe, come to Founders Grounds Coffee Company. And folks, when you're in the Speedway area, you got to stop by the Mug and Bun. It's a vintage drive-in, best known for their hand-dipped onion rings and tenderloins. Come check it out. They've been around for nearly 50 years. Always a great spot to stop. Next destination point, downtown Indy. Let's go. We have arrived. We're at 205 North College at the Easley Winery. Looking forward to going inside for a tasting. Hey folks, two Indy travelers here again. Stopping in the Easley Winery. Vicki and I both grew up in Indianapolis for the most part. We have passed by this Easley Winery building countless times. It's basically downtown Indianapolis. Interesting story, they have been making wine here in the Indianapolis area since 1974, but prior to that, it was actually a building where the building was used to manufacture ice cream. So a lot of history here, but today we're talking about wine, folks. So we're gonna go in, we're gonna get a tasting and try a few things out, so stick around. And folks, this is part of their reggae wine selection. Very, very tasty, nice and fruity and light. Hey folks, we're getting ready to start our wine tasting here at Easley Winery. We picked up a few different varieties. It seems like with their wine list, they do some berry wines and then also use a lot of fruits and things of that nature. It looks like they've got peaches and pineapple, more of kind of a spring and summer type of wine. Should be really, really good. Vicki, what were some of the wines you picked out?
Well, I'm getting ready to taste number one, which is a pineapple and tropical fruit. You know, I'm hoping that we can pick up some pork loins. It's supposed to pair really well with pork loins, but it smells delicious. And, you know, the thing I love about Easley Winery, it's been here since 1974. We've never been here. This is our very first time. Born and raised in Indianapolis, and this place is so charming just from the moment you walk in. So I'm really excited to taste. We each have 7 different samples we're gonna sample. And I think we should just get to it.
You got it?
Yeah. All right. So
what's your first wine?
It's called, I really can't pronounce it. I'm a little embarrassed. Tramanetti, perhaps, but it's the pineapple and tropical. Very nice, very nice.
And my first wine is a nice Cabernet, little full-bodied wine here. Let's see what we've got, folks. Let's see what this is all about. That's nice.
And I will say something about Scott. He is a little bit of a wine connoisseur.
That's not even true.
I think it is.
Nope.
But back, you know, we used to have a nightclub, and not in Indiana, but...
I don't think people are going to be able to hear you.
Oh,
you need to speak out.
Without a microphone, it's hard. Oh, wow. Hey, how are you?
It's all about you now. We want them to hear you.
Hi. No, I just wanted to mention that he knows a little bit more about wine than I do. Just saying. I know what I like. I know what tastes good. You know, the sweet wines. Those are my favorites. So anyway, I'm ready to get to number 2 and 3 and 4. Number 1 did not disappoint.
Again, this is just a tasting. We're not sitting here getting all liquored up or anything like that. We're just having a couple sips of some wine. It's actually a pretty good deal here at Easley. What they do is they give you 7 different varieties or samples that you can work from. And it's a pretty good list. I'll show you the list. If you'll take a look here, it's a pretty lengthy list. And so you get to choose 7 wines for just $7. What do you think about that? That's awesome. And so I know that there's going to be a lot of people visiting the Indianapolis area here over the next couple of weeks. We are into the month of May, and we're kicking off the 500 season.
Yeah.
And we get travelers from all over the world. And so if you're looking for things to do in Indianapolis, perhaps you'll stop into the Easley Winery and enjoy a wine tasting, and maybe take home a couple of bottles to enjoy once you get back home or to your hotel room, or if you're in the area, just come by at any time.
Yeah.
Folks, I tell you what, we're going to go ahead and take a little break. We're going to get into the tasting, and we'll get back with you after the tasting and let you know what our thoughts were and what our favorites were, okay? Sound good? All right. Guys, I got to tell you, I was super impressed with their wines, especially that cab. That first cab that I had, it was full-bodied, it was oak-aged. What they're saying is that it would pair extremely well with some sort of beef or London broil. And again, completely understand why they say that. It was awesome. All right, folks, that wraps it up for the day. Actually, it was a really good day. We got up early this morning, went to one of our favorite breakfast spots, which is Sunrise Cafe. Doing an awesome job there. Food is always just spectacular.
I have to interrupt you. Rise and Shine Cafe.
Oh, is it Rise and Shine?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't want to mess that up. Rise and Shine, yeah, it's our favorite, right? Don't even know the name, but no, it's Rise and Shine Cafe. But no, they do a nice job. It's on the southeast side of Indianapolis. Great little place to go to. And then we made our way over to the west side of Indianapolis, went to the Motor Speedway, was taking a look at the track from the exterior view. If you've never seen the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the place is just enormous.
Yeah.
It's
like nothing else.
I'm not sure.
On this earth.
I'm not sure how many people it holds on race day, but it's a lot. I mean, again, they say it is the largest one-day event in the world, and that doesn't surprise me because the place is huge. And growing up in Indianapolis, just seeing the number of people that come in for it and the crowds that it draws is just incredible. But we made our way down to Main Street in Speedway, Indiana. We had lunch at Dawson's. Man, that place was outstanding. Service was really good. My sandwich, I couldn't finish it. It was just too much. It was a lot. But if you like barbecue, again, you know, I'm partial to Texas barbecue after spending 10 years down there. But I got to tell you, Indiana is known for its pork, and they had a really good pork barbecue sandwich. Vicki had, what was it?
It was the best chicken salad I've ever had. It was grilled chicken, cranberries, walnuts, some sort of a granola. It was sweet and savory. It was delicious.
Yep.
Yeah, highly recommend. Dawson's.
And everything tasted fresh.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Really
and then we stopped and we had a really nice cup of coffee at, what was the name of that place?
It's called Founders Grounds Coffee.
Founders Grounds.
Yeah. Coffee Company.
Yeah. Founders Grounds Coffee Company. Really good cup of coffee there. What they do is they actually get their beans from a local roaster. So everything is just super fresh. The coffee is so good. But at any rate, if you find yourself in the Indianapolis area, or maybe you're coming in town for the race, there's a few spots that you might want to go visit. We're going to continue kind of this theme maybe for the next couple of weeks to let you see.
Lots to cover.
Let you see how the city really comes alive and embraces the race. I mean, again,
Yeah.
it's the Indy 500. It's like Ron Burgundy. It's a pretty big deal, okay? But at any rate, folks, that does it for the day.
No, not really.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
One more stop that we made, which was at Easley Winery.
Yeah, I got to tell you, Easley Winery, again, the place has been around since 1972. Or, yeah, 72 or 74, something like that, yeah.
74.
But anyway, they've been around for a very long time, and what they do is they grow the grapes in Michigan bring the grapes into Indiana, and then they all, basically have an area with a bunch of, vats and everything else, how they, cure and make the wine. And so we were able to see some of that. It's really cool experience. They've got
Such
a huge,
a neat place.
They've got a huge tasting room. They got a lot of different varieties of wine.
Yeah.
In fact, we picked up a few of their spring and summer wines. Normally, we're not a fan of the sweet wines, but man, these things were so good. They were light and refreshing, just really, really nice. And so, we were sold
agreed
on it. Yeah.
Yeah. The Reggae Red was our favorite, and it's also a #1 seller there, so I can understand why that would be. But we picked up a few bottles, not just Reggae Red, but also there's a Back Home wine, which is kind of a cool.
Back home in Indiana.
Yeah. Really neat bottle.
And so everything was kind of themed along those lines. But no, I mean, again, the place was fantastic.
Yeah.
The staff there was amazing.
So nice.
They were
Thank
real
you to
accommodating. So, Easley Winery, doing a really, really stand-up job there.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, it was so affordable. We did a tasting, and it was $7 a person, but we ended up getting like 7 little, flight glasses. And it did. I mean, it was just the presentation, the way that they, invite you into the tasting room and everything else, and put it all together. It was really cool. It was really cool, and it's right in the heart of downtown Indianapolis, and so it's just kind of weird to find that place there.
It's a must. If you're in town, we both highly recommend. Check them out. Pay them a visit. Support the local winery, and family owned and operated. That's always good in our book. But,
and folks, until our next adventure, good day to you. Okay? Enjoy.
Like and subscribe.
Thank you.
Thanks.